भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. आगम प्रकरणम पेज नंबर 24 कारिका नंबर 9. भोगार्थं सृष्टिरित्यन्य क्रीडार्थमिति चापरे देवस्यैष स्वभावोऽयम् आप्तकामस्य का स्पृहा. The Karikas from 6th onwards up to 9th Karika are the commentaries upon the 6th mantra Esha Sarveshwaraha Esha Sarvajnaha Sarvantaryami Esha Yonihi Asya Prabhavapyayo hi Bhutanam. That is the 6th Upanishadic mantra regarding the Srishti Prakaranam. The moment we born on this earth, we come to know as we grow. There is a world in front of me. This universe I am experiencing. And slowly, because of our elders or by studying books, we come to know there is some power that which has created this universe. That power alone we call it as God, Bhagavan. Bhagavan created this universe what I am experiencing. This is our basic knowledge, basic understanding. This understanding we are keeping in our mind, but once in a while the question comes in our mind. How Bhagavan created this universe? Where is He? How He created this universe? If He created this universe, why He created this universe? What is the purpose of this creation? All these questions we may not ask all people, but in our mind they are just bugging once in a while, when we are in crisis especially. All these are answered in our scriptures, Upanishads. Beautifully, they have revelations, given revelations by revelations. The Upanishads have come only for that purpose. What is this creation? Who is the creator of this creation? And what is the relation between both of them? Therefore, that only Gaudapada is answering now in his Karikas regarding the Srishti, Bhagavan and universe. This is our topic now. Because that mantra says, this creation is done by the Ishvara, Bhagavan. Esha Sarveshwaraha. Eshaha means proximate, this in artham. This Ishvara is Sarvajnaha. Who is this Ishvara? I do not know. I say always that Ishvara. We always say that Ishvara, that Bhagavan. அவரன்னு சொல்லுவான், இவரன்னு சொல்ல மாட்டோமே, அவர் தான் சொல்லுவோம். பட் Upanishad says this Bhagavan. Why Upanishad says this Bhagavan? We saw Vishwa Taijasa Prajna, waker, dreamer and sleeper. When the person is sleeping, he goes into his Atma Swarupam, Prajnaha. So there the person goes deep into Atma Swarupam. Atma Swarupam, that Atma alone, Eshaha. Prajna alone is none other than Ishvaraha. Prajna alone is Ishvaraha from Atma Drishtya. That Atma alone is Saha Atma Sarvantaraha Brahma. So that Brahman alone is called Ishvara. Eshaha Atma Ishvaraha Prabhavapyayau hi bhutanam. He is the creator of all the beings, sustainer of all the beings, and dissolver. Who is that totally dissolving point also Avardhan. Prabhavapyayau hi bhutanam. So this Bhagavan only created this universe. How he created this universe? Different philosophers are giving different opinions about Srishti. And first person, Sankhya Yoga philosophers, one group. What? All these philosophers come under two groups. We saw Satkaryavadi and Asatkaryavadi. Satkaryavadi is called Sankhya, Yoga, etc. group. Those who accept Karyam, Karani, Asit. Srishtehe Purvam. Before the product comes into existence, the product was there in the cause. That is called Satkaryavadi. So, pot was there in the clay before it is coming into manifest as a pot. Karyam Asit. Before it is coming as a pot form, pot was there in the clay in unmanifest form. Avyakta Rupena Ghataha Mridi Asit. So, pot was there in the clay before it is coming into existence. Whoever says this, they are called Satkaryavadis. Then another group is called what? Asatkaryavadi. Pot was not there before in the clay. Pot newly created. Pot newly created. Pot was not there in the clay. Asatana not there. When? It was not there before its emergence. Pot was not there in the clay before it is taking a form. Newly created is called Asatkaryavadi. Why he says second argument, Asatkaryavadi, existent pot need not be created. So non-existent pot only can come. Existent pot need not be created. How can you say it is existent? First argumentator says, I say it is existed unmanifest form, potential form it is existed. I am not saying it is newly created. It is already there in potential form, it alone appears. It is a Satkaryavadi. So, Sankhya and Yoga are come under Satkaryavada. Nyaya Vaisheshika comes under Asatkaryavada. And some other people say, in other karikas also we saw, Bhagavan creates this universe only for his entertainment, bhogartham. It is his entertainment. Avartha kundu panditar in the ulagam, avarku or entertainment. Recreation, Bhagavan. Some people say. Another group of people say, this creation is like a play for Bhagavan, Kridartham. Some other people say, Kala only creates. Astrologers says, Kala alone creates. Not Bhagavan, Kala, Prarabdha, that Tala eluttino, prarabdha only, everything creates, not Bhagavan, somebody says. Like this, different views, it is like another group of people says it is like a swapnam. Just as we create swapnam, Bhagavan also create the whole world. Swapna srishti chintakaha. For them, swapna is real. Since swapna is real, world is also like a swapna. World is also real. For all of them, world is real. The universe, what you are seeing, is real. So up to here we saw in the last class. The 9th Karika, second line, Gaudapadacharya giving answer. How we reconcile? Gaudapadacharya says, Eshaha Swabhavaha. This creation is his nature, Swabhava only. Bhagavan's Swabhava. Inseparable nature, anartha. Second line, 9th Karika. Devasya Eshaha. Eshaha ayam means this creation, anartha. Eshaha ayam, this creation. This creation is what? Na? Devasya Swabhavaha. It is the very nature of that Lord. Devasya means here Prakriti. Ishwarasya Swabhavam Maya Prakriti. Since Maya is there in him, so that Maya alone is the cause for this creation. It is his Swabhava, inseparable nature. Swabhava in anartham, inseparable nature. That's why our Swabhava also inseparable. Matave mudiyadu. Our Swabhava, our nature. So mother can give birth to only physical body, not to Swabhava. Swabhava, this person carrying from Janmas and Janmas, brought forward. Brought forward character, Swabhava, is inseparable. Therefore, Bhagavan also created this universe, means we should not take literally that creation word, we have to convert it as there is no real creation, only manifestation. Vyakta avastha, avyakta avastha. Vyakta avastha means manifestation, visible form, name and form. Avyakta avastha means unmanifest form. Avyakta avastha. So Bhagavan makes what na அவ்யக்தமாக இருக்கின்றது வியக்தம் பண்றாரு. அது உலகம் உண்டு பண்றது சொல்றோம். கிரியேஷன் வியக்தமாக இருக்கின்றது அவ்யக்தமாக பண்றாரு. Potential form, again unmanifest form. Therefore, even Bhagavan cannot create an iota of matter newly. இது நல்லா புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். Bhagavan never create any matter principle newly. Then what Bhagavan does? Bhagavan only does that which is in unmanifest form, makes it manifest. Which is in manifest form, makes it unmanifest. Vyaktam to avyaktam, avyaktam to vyaktam. Manifestation to unmanifestation, unmanifestation to manifestation. Idida velai avarike. Bhagavan also cannot create any new thing. Everything is there already in potential form. Therefore, what we read in Bhagavatam, Puranas and all, Bhagavan created, all are only concretized. Abstract forms are all concretized only to make us to understand figurative expressions. Gauna arthaha. Stutyarthaha. We should not take it literally. If you take them as literally, exactly translate, it cannot stand for logic. Yukti viruddham. They cannot stand for logic. If you take that figurative expressions, Bhagavan is in Kailasa, Bhagavan is in Vaikuntha, He has created this universe. For him it is a velayat, it is entertainment. All these cannot accepted by a rational intellect, by anyone. You may nod your head as long as you don't think. For non-thinking people, as long as they are not thinking, Purana is okay, stories are okay, all stories are wonderful. For those people's sake, they are kept. Ashtadasha Puranani, wonderful. But once you start thinking, one day or other you think, no? One day or other you start thinking. Once you start thinking, that time you just close that books. Your intellect is so honest, it cannot accept. It cannot accept. Therefore, for such people, thinking people, rationally thinking, reasonably thinking people, the Upanishads. Therefore, you don't take literally, Bhagavan can never create. Bhagavan only manifests the world. Inseparable. Bhagavan alone is nimitta karanam. Bhagavan alone is upadana karanam. Then how we reconcile? Karya karana sambandha is there. Pradhama padaha, dvitiya padaha. What are the pradhama, dvitiya? Vishwa pradhama padaha. Dvitiya pada is taijasaha. These two padas are Sukshma Prapancha and Sthula Prapancha. Vishwa is Sthulam, Sukshma is Taijasam. These Sthula, Sukshma are Karyam. Products of what? Karana Prapancha. Karanam is the cause. So, third pada. Third pada is the cause, Karana. First two padas are called Karyam, Karya Karana Sambandha. Now, whom we are talking in Brahma, Atma Swarupam is Karya Karana Vilakshanam Chatushpat. Sixth mantra, Prabhavapyayahi Bhutanam Saha Chatushpat Brahman. So, you have to see the Karya Karana Vilakshanam Chatushpat Turiya Pada Nalavad Padam. Brahma you have to recognize. Understand? Now, what is the next point? How Bhagavan created, according to Vedanta, Gaudapada says, inseparable Swabhava means Ishvara. Whenever we say, there are two amshas in Ishvara. One is Chetana Amsha, another is Maya Amsha. One is consciousness principle, another one is insentient Maya principle. Ishvara is equal to consciousness plus matter. That consciousness principle only, Ishvara, consciousness principle, Jivan Srijati, creates Jivas. That Maya principle, inert principle, Mayan, என்ன பண்ணணும் பதார்த்தான் ஸ்ருஜதி, creates padarthas, all inert objects, bhogya prapancha. So spirit principle become jivas and insentient inert principle, that is maya prakriti, becomes padarthas, bhogya prapancha. Then that person asks, you said when Bhagavan created the world, Kriyadartham and Bhogartham, when I say, you said what? That world will affect the Bhagavan. And you said, for you it won't affect now Bhagavan. Okay? They are asking the question. Okay, what we said, if Bhagavan, world is the part of the Bhagavan, these world problems will afflict the Bhagavan. If world is the part of Bhagavan. If world is different from Bhagavan, it is limiting the Bhagavan. Bhagavan is different, world is different. அப்ப Bhagavan world இருக்கிற இடத்துல Bhagavan இருக்க மாட்டார். புரியறதோ? புரியற மாதிரி இருக்கு சுவாமி. See, just like we talk, we never think, na? See, Bhagavan is there, world is there. According to us, Bhagavan is Sarvajnaha, Sarvavyapi, Sarvantaraha. அண்ட் சர்வசக்திமான். அப்போ பகவான் அங்க இருக்கார், உலகம் இங்க இருக்குன்னா, ஓகே, பகவான் அங்க இருக்கார், உலகம் இங்க இருக்குன்னா, இங்க பகவான் இல்லைன்னு ஆயிடும் இல்லையோ? இஃப் பகவான் இஸ் செப்பரேட் ஃப்ரம் த வேர்ல்ட், வேர் வேர்ல்ட் இஸ் தேர், பகவான் இஸ் நாட் தேர் இல்லையோ? அது தப்பு. பகவான் எல்லா இடத்துலயும் இருக்கார், அப்படிதானே நமக்கு நம்பிக்கை. అక్కడ ఉండే పాండురంగడు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాడు అని சொல்லுவான் இல்லையா? பாண்டுரங்கா இஸ் எவ்ரிவேர், பகவான் இஸ் எவ்ரிவேர். எவ்ரிவேர் என்ன? அப்போ பகவான் இஸ் தேர் இன் த வேர்ல்ட் ஆல்சோ. பகவான் அங்கே இருக்கார், உலகம் இங்க இருக்குன்னா இஸ் லிமிட்டிங் த வேர்ல்ட், இஸ் லிமிட்டிங் த பகவான். பகவான் அங்கேதான், நான் இருக்கிற இடத்துல இல்லையான்னு சொல்லுவாயிடும். அதே தப்பு தான். சரி, ஓகே, இந்த வேர்ல்ட் ஆல்சோ பகவான் இஸ் தேர் అని சொன்ன, வாட் இஸ் த ப்ராப்ளம்னா, ஆல் ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் இன் த வேர்ல்ட். ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில் பாருங்க எத்தனை பேருக்கு எத்தனை ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்குன்னு. எல்லா கம்ப்ளைண்ட்ஸ். ஹாஸ்பிட்டலில் கம்ப்ளைண்ட்ஸ், ஹாஸ்பிட்டல் இல்லாமல் வீட்டில் மானசீகமான ஒரு கம்ப்ளைண்ட்ஸ். இந்த கம்ப்ளைண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே பகவானுக்கு சேரும் இல்லையா? ஆல் வில் எஃப்ளிக்ட் த பகவான். அண்ட் பகவான் ஹேஸ் டு சி, இந்த மாதிரி குலகம் கிரியேட் பண்ணிட்டானே அழுதுண்டே இருக்கணும். இந்த அம்மா அப்பா ஒரு பையனுக்கு ஒரு பொண்ணுக்கு they have given birth and worrying always. How many hours Bhagavan has to worry by creating all these people? It afflicts the Bhagavan if Bhagavan is a part of the creation. If Bhagavan is different, the limitation comes. If Bhagavan is a part of this creation, all afflictions will go to Bhagavan. Then how to do? Then they are all waiting for us. What answer we are going to give? Shankaracharya writes, their swabhava means that Maya Prakriti is matter principle will not afflict that consciousness principle. According to us, whole creation is like a shadow, just as our shadow is separable or inseparable. Inseparable from us. Our shadow, wherever we go, our shadow comes or not? Our shadow comes. Wherever you are sitting, your shadow is there, you see. It is inseparable. Shadow is inseparable from you. Similarly, okay, it is inseparable. Can shadow afflict you? Shadow cannot afflict you. Similarly, one more example. We create our dream. Dream cannot afflict the waker. Dream problems, suppose dream rain comes, fire comes, it will afflict the person who is dreaming? No. But is it separate from the waker? Dream is separate from the waker? No. It is coming from me only. At the same time, I am not drenched by the dream water. I am not burnt by the dream fire. It is not separate from me. At the same time, it cannot afflict me. Yes or no? Your dream may not afflicting you. Bhagavan create பண்ற உலகம் அவன் afflict பண்ணுமா? முடியாது. Similarly, just as your dream is not afflicting you, similarly, Bhagavan creation is also not afflicting the Bhagavan. Bhagavan is inseparable from the creation. At the same time, creation cannot disturb the Bhagavan. Why? How? Why? How? One? You have to say why your dream is not afflicting you. Because order of reality is different. What Vedantin says? Order of reality. Dream is less real than waker. Waker is vyavaharika satyam, dreamer is pratibhasika satyam. Projected reality. I myself am projected the dream, therefore my projection cannot disturb me. I see my face in the mirror, that face in the mirror image cannot afflict me. Okay? The image is inseparable from me. I am there, only image will form in the mirror. That image cannot afflict me. It is inseparable from me. At the same time, it cannot touch me. An example சொல்லணும் இது விட. Mirror example, shadow example, dream example. எக்ஸாம்பிள் சொல்லிட்டே போனால் சப்ஜெக்டுக்கு எப்போ போக முடியும்? அதனால எக்ஸாம்பிள்ஸ் போதும். The image in the mirror cannot afflict the original face. Similarly, the entire world, even though it is inseparable from Bhagavan, that world cannot afflict the Bhagavan because Ishvara, the consciousness principle, that Amsha is Paramarthika Satyam, absolute reality. That consciousness Amsha irukkalaya Ishvaranla. அது higher order of reality, Paramarthika Satyam. This Maya Amsha, which is the cause for the creation of Bhogya Prapancha, inert objects, body, mind, complex, and all the objects belong to the Vyavaharika Satta. Very important bifurcation or the silver line between Vedanta and other systems of philosophy. Advaita Siddhanta ki other systems of philosophy ki ஒரே ஒரு silver line என்னென்ன, and the Lakshmana Rekha is this. That Ishvaranla இருக்கிற consciousness principle, Chaitanya Amsham, Brahman, Atma Swarupam is Paramarthika Satyam. This Nama Rupa Jagat Prapancha, including body, mind, complex, is Vyavaharika Satyam. Vyavaharika Satyam. Therefore, this is the meaning of Swabhavaha Ayam Srujate. What is the next quarter? Apta Kamasya Kaspruhan. Bhagavan is creating for his entertainment sake, for his krida. All these things are meaningless. Why na? He is Apta Kamaha. He has no desire at all. Apta Kamaha means whose desires are all fulfilled. A fulfilled Lord never desired to create. A fulfilled Lord, ever fulfilled, Apta Kamasya Kaspruhan. Kaspruha means what desire can be there? Nitya Truptaha. Nitya Truptaha, Apta Kamaha can never have any desire to create this universe. But then what? In his Chaitanya's presence, Maya activates. The Maya la irukira Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas, 3 gunas, in his presence, they all start functioning. Vaishamyam. Samya avasthala irukindra and the Maya, Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas become Vaishamyam, means inequilibrium. The Vaishamyam, Vikriti, is called Prapanchaha. Bhagavan never does anything. In his presence and the Chaitanya Amsha presence la idellame activate ahum. Adudha ulagam. Okay. Next mantra is going to talk about that Turiya Pada. Up to here the Srishti topic is discussed. In this manner we reconcile. What is that? This world cannot touch the Bhagavan because his higher Amsha, Atma, is higher order of reality, Paramarthika Satyam. In spite of that inseparability, Bhagavan is Upadana Karanam, Bhagavan is Nimitta Karanam. One more clause we have put, Vivarta Karanam. Even though he is only intelligent cause, even though he is alone is a material cause, material is Maya, intelligent cause is consciousness, Chaitanyam. And both of them are Vivartam, without undergoing any change really. For that in Sanskrit we use one word, Swarupa Aparityagena Rupantara Apattihi. This is not there in the mantra. Okay. In Bhashyam he writes, without leaving my own nature, Swarupa Aparityagena. Swarupa Aparityagena means without leaving my own nature, Rupantara Apattihi, appearing as though different. Just like that rope snake. That rope snake, when you are seeing the snake upon the rope, is the rope has undergone any change? Really speaking, rope does not have undergone any change, but it appears as though snake. Swarupa aparityagena, without leaving its own form, that rope appears as what? Snake. Rupantara apatti, you see the snake in the place of rope. This is called vivarta karanam. Not like but milk and butter, but curds. Okay, your milk and curds is totally rupantara apatti, swarupa change. It totally has changed. But our Ishvara is like that. Without undergoing any change, he appears as the universe. Ishvara alone appears as universe without undergoing any change. This is what we have to understand. For this, Dayananda Swamiji gives one story. Nice story. That story is not relevant here, but you can enjoy that story. Now, in olden days, in the village and all, those days, agraharams and all, people have a one condition. Before you are eating, you have to feed one atithi. Before you are eating, you have to feed one atithi, one guest. Therefore, in the grihastha has to come out and he has to call. Anybody is there to take food, please come. And he has to call loudly. Ippo yaru koopida maata. Andha kaalathil. So, please, if anybody is there to eat, please come to my house and take food. After feeding that guest, only these people have to take food. So, in one agrahara, a few houses are only be there. No? One person every day, he goes to one house and take food. But so many months he is moving in that gramam. But in one house, he couldn't take food at all, even single day. Then he thought, how am I missing this house? I am taking food in every house. How am I missing in this house? Then that Brahmana thought, let me take the food in their house today. Yeah? Then he is sitting there. What this couple do every day? When nobody is there, they come and shout. That's what they are doing and escaping from long time. They are very conjuice, you know. They don't want to give anybody food. And that lady cook only for her husband and for herself. Nobody, other person will eat. So like that, what they do intelligently, nobody is there and they see and they shout. If anybody is there, please come and sit and take food. And this Brahmana, no, he is sitting hiding, no. And that time they saw nobody is there. And as usual, they came and shouting, no. At that time, this Brahmana came. I am here, I want to take food. I want to take food. Then this lady is so, no, there's a house owner and that wife owner, both of them, what to do? Today he has come. No, they inside they went and they have planned. Wife gave a nice idea to him, husband. So you please wait, we call you back. You please wait, we call you back. That person is waiting outside. And this lady went inside and she called her husband into kitchen. You see, today we have to feed this person, he is sitting. Now I know how to send him away. How to send him away without giving food. Then husband asked, how can you send? He is sitting. How to send him? He is sitting there. I know very well. You just listen whatever I say. Then she gave an advice to him, you know. That is a rule in which house husband and wife quarrel, in that house they should not eat. That is the rule. A atithi should not eat in a house where husband and wife quarrel. So now we both will act as though we are quarreling. Let him listen, he will go away. How to quarrel? I have never quarreled with you. Then how to quarrel? You just act as though you are beating me. You just act as though you are beating me. I just cry loudly, and that person will go away. Then he started taking, that some stick like that. He started beating her as though. And she is crying as though, loudly acting. She is also acting, he is also acting. And after some time, they came out and opened the door and saw this person is not there. He left. Nobody is there in veranda. Then she told her husband, you see, நான் சொன்ன பிளான் எப்படி கரெக்டா வேலை ஆயிடுத்தேன்னா ஆமான்னார். Come on, now let us eat food. Both of them are sitting to take food. And this lady says to her husband, ஓயாமல் அழுதேனே. And there were two Tamil words she used. I translate those words, ஓயாமல் அழுதேனே. Didn't I cry without stopping? Didn't I cry without stopping? Non-stoppingly she is crying when he is beating. ஓயாமல் அழுதேனே. Didn't I cry without stopping? Then she says, அழாமல் அழுதேனே. Didn't I cry without crying? Didn't I cry without crying? She is praising herself. அப்போ அவர் சொல்றார் ஹஸ்பண்ட், நோகாமல் அடித்தேனே. என்ன அடிக்காமல் அடித்தேனே, நோகாமல் அடித்தேனே. வித்தவுட் ஹர்ட்டிங் யூ டிடன்ட் ஐ பீட் யூ? அதுக்குள்ள இந்த கெஸ்ட் என்ன பண்ணிட்டார், மேல இருந்து ஒரு குதிச்சு he comes down and say, போகாமல் வந்தேனே. போகாமல் வந்தேனே. Didn't I come without going? அது மாதிரி பிரம்மன் created this creation without creating. சும்மா ஸ்டோரி. எப்படி ஆக்ட் பண்றான்னு பகவான் ஆல்சோ வித்தவுட் அண்டர்கோயிங் எனி டிஸ்டர்பன்ஸ் இஸ் கிரியேட்டிங். ஹவு இஸ் இன் திஸ் இஸ் ஆல்சோ an information. This is not a fact, this is totally knowledge for you. Up to here, this is one stage. You have to travel further a lot. Okay, now keep this in your mind. Now let us come to the seventh mantra. What is that Chatushpat? Pradhamah pada, Dvitiyah pada, Tritiyah pada over. We are in Karya Karana Prapancha only. We have to go to that Turiya pada. What is that? Therefore, what is the final enna? Therefore, take your whole life is also a drama or serial. Okay? It is not really, nothing is hurting us. It is our own ignorance. It is our own ignorance. And the ignorance ninte vellila varanam. That's all. Okay? We are not going to show anything newly, but we are going to just remove our ignorance through the scriptural study. Seventh mantra. Nantah prajnam na bahish prajnam no bhayatah prajnam na prajnanaghanam naf prajnam naf prajnam adrishtam avyavaharyam agrahyam alakshanam achintyam avyapadeshyam ekatma pratyayasaram prapanchopashamam shantam shivam advaitam chaturtham manyante sa atma savigneyah. One of the most important shloka. Upon this, Gaudapada Acharya writes 200 karikas upon this one mantra. Because Mandukya Karika has got 4 chapters. We are doing only first chapter. 3 more chapters are there. Okay. This is the simplest chapter. Other chapters are very, very, high terse karikas are going to come, but very interesting and very much analytical. Okay? And this mantra is the entire essence of Vedanta comes here. Chatushpat, sixth mantra, you look back into your sixth mantra, there not sixth mantra. In the previous mantra we saw one Chatushpat. 1 minute. Second mantra. Sarvam hetad brahma ayamatma brahma soyamatma Chatushpat. And the Chatushpat is the fourth pada anartham. Path, not English path, but Sanskrit pada anartham. Path and pada. Fourth pada. We have understood the three padas now. Now what do you mean by fourth pada? Chatushpat. Saha Ishvaraha Chatushpat. Ishvaraha Chatushpat means what is his nature. Na antah pragnam, na bahish pragnam, na ubhayatah pragnam. Just we have to rearrange the words. First you have to take na bahish pragnam. Turiyam, that Chatushpat, Turiyam is not, that bahish means external. Page number 26. Bahish means external. Prajna means consciousness, knower, awarer. We are all in which avastha now? Jagrada avastha, waking state. We are all the knowers of waking world. The knowers of waking world, experience of knower, external world, that in Jagrada avastha. This Chatushpa Turiya Atma is not the knower of external objects. That is called na pramata ityarthaha. Na jagrat pramata. We are all what now? Jagrat pramata. Pramata means knower. Jagrat means waking. Jagrat pramata. You are all listening to Mandukyopanishad or not? You are all knowers of Mandukyopanishad. Therefore you are all jagrat pramata. Jagrat pramata in the Tamil jagrata and chula. And the jagrat ille. In the jagrat waking and artha. Where you experience the external objects directly. It is called jagrata avastha. Turiya Atma is not the knower. Like in jagrata avastha, just as a person knows. Na bahish pragnam. That means in short, na vishwaha, an artha. Jagrat pramata, as Jagrat pramata, what is my title? Vishwaha. Vishwaha I am. So this Turiya Atma is not Vishwaha. Turiya Atma is not Vishwaha. Then what? Taijasamo anna. Vishwa illa Taijasam irukalamanna. No. Na antah prajnaha. Not Swapna pramata. Not Taijasa also. This Turiya Atma is not Swapna Pramata or the experiencer of the dream. That is called internal consciousness. This Turiya Atma is not even internal consciousness also, not external consciousness or internal consciousness. Appo in between no. In between no nirikaliyo. Swapnathiki, Jagrathiki, in between on irukku. Adenna just premonitions. Premonitions na in between the dream and waking state, some thoughts comes to the people. Premonitions. Early morning they come. Early morning. And the early morning varumbodhu siladella nadakkum. Oh, nanakku early morning vandadu kanavu enna adu nadakkum ardha. Premonitions. Premonitions are those which are going to show about future. Not all the time. Okay. Whatever comes early morning, Swamini, today it will happen. Not all the time, sometimes. Premonitions means that they are the indicators of the future events, incidents. Swapna is that which is the indicator of the past incidents. Past. Bhuta kalam. This premonitions are bhavishyat. At the middle. Antah prajnahana in between. What is antahana here? Ubhayatahana. Neither fully jagrat you are, fully waking, not fully in dream. You are half in waking, half in dream. Clear? Half in waking, half in dream. Kanavu andha maadhiri irukke. Kanavu maadhiri theriyala, but I am waking. So that is called ubhayatah prajna. Turiya Atma is not ubhayatah prajna also. Then prajnana ghanaha. Vishwa Taijasa over, what left out? Prajnaho. No? Is this Turiya Atma is prajnaha? Sushupti pada? Sushupti pramata? No. Even Turiya Atma is not even Sushupti pramata. Mass of consciousness is there, no? Turiya Atma is not that prajnaha also. Then, can such Turiya Atma is not there? Either it is not Vishwa, not Tejasa, not Prajna. Better to say it is not there. No. Naprajnam, naprajnam. Naprajna means not the all-knowing consciousness. Simultaneously, Atma is knowing because Jagratla Vishwam kadiyadu. Waking lo dream kadiyadu, dream lo waking kadiyadu. Sleep lo dream kadiyadu, waking kadiyadu. Waking lo sleep kadiyadu. Irko? I hope you are not sleeping. So, all are exclusive. So, can we take Vishwa is not Atma, Turiya Atma, Dream is not Turiya Atma, Sushupti is not Turiya Atma. Let us put all Vishwa Taijasa Prajna put together Turiya Atma. Pramata, waking thoughts, you are experiencing certain things. Dream, you are experiencing certain things. In sleep also, you are experiencing the blankness. So, all put together, can we call Turiya Atma? Impossible. One vritti can take one time. Even two vrittis thoughts cannot take simultaneously. When you are listening to me, either you listen to me or your thought mind will be at home. Then mind veetikku povum Swamini. I can listen your class and impossible. Either you can listen my words or you can be at home. At home and your mind is at home. That is why so many times when you are looking at the TV, suppose a person passes in front of you between TV and you. Can you recognize, suppose very interesting serial? You like that serial very much. Somebody has passed in front of you. Now immediately ask, Amma na vanditan munnadi paakaliya anna. Eppo vanda? Even though that person passes in front of you, just went like this, but you didn't notice. Why? If you notice him, you cannot see the serial. If you see the serial, you cannot notice him. That means what? Kramataha. Simultaneous thoughts can never take place, but respectively, one after the other only thought comes. Where is the question of Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna? Ellame put together, impossible. Appa. Adi kuda Turiya Atma illai. Adi naprajnam anna. Naprajnam anna. Simultaneous knower of everything is also not Turiya Atma. Turiyam means here awareness and artham. Simultaneous aware also Turiya Atman you cannot say. So Turiya Atma, these are all names only, forms. What are they? Vishwa Taijasa Prajna only names and forms. Just like this chain, ring and bangle. Chain is like Vishwa. Bangle is like Taijasa. Ring is like Prajna. Okay? Vishwa Taijasa Prajna, they are inseparable from the gold. At the same time, gold is not chain, gold is not ring, gold is not bangle. But gold is in the form of a bangle, gold is in the form of ring, gold is in the form of chain. Therefore, gold is inseparable. At the same time, ring is not gold. Ring is nothing but it is a name and form. See, name and form minus alone is gold. Okay, name and form minus is gold. நமக்கு என்ன தெரியும்? செயின் போட்டுக்கிறது தெரியும், ரிங் போட்டுக்கிறது தெரியும், பேங்கிள் போட்டுக்கிறது தெரியும். இந்த அனாலிசிஸ் பண்ண சொன்னா will blink. The gold only has got the three names. If you remove the three names, what is there? Gold. But can you say chain alone is gold? Ring alone is gold? You cannot say. That name and forms are location. No? It has got limitation. But gold is in and through all. ரிங் இருக்கிற இடத்துல செயின் கிடையாது, செயின் இருக்கிற இடத்துல பேங்கிள் கிடையாது, பேங்கிள் இருக்கிற இடத்துல ரிங் கிடையாது. பட் வாட் இஸ் தேர்? கோல்ட் இஸ் தேர். Similarly, Vishwa Taijasa Prajna are exclusive, but Turiya Atma is inclusive in all of them. Therefore, you cannot say that Vishwa is Turiya Atma or Taijasa is Turiya Atma. Remove those names first. What is the substance of Vishwa Taijasa Prajna? That alone is Turiya Atma. Therefore, Aprajnam. So, prajnan illa anu sonna aprajnano unconscious nu sollalama anna. Simultaneously onnum therinjukka mudiyadanu sonna adukku onnume theriyadanu sollalama anna. Not unconscious also. It is conscious at the same time, not unconscious also. Na aprajnam. Na aprajnam. Then adrishtam. Up to here one part of definition. This is nishedha mukha bodhanam. Another part of nishedha mukha bodhanam is adrishtam. Adrishtam anna luck ni kadiyadinga. Adrishtam means here it is not, it is beyond perception. This is vidhi mukha bodhanam. Nishedha mukha bodhanam over. It is not that, it is not that, it is not that and sollitam. Now it is what annadi sollaporar. Adrishtam. Who is telling? And Upanishad is telling. Adrishtam, number one. It is beyond perception. Therefore they say, who knows outside things, they are called scientists. Who knows inside, they are called yogis. Okay. Who knows themselves as Turiya Atma, they are Vedantins. Who knows outside world, they are all scientists. Who knows inside, நான் ஆத்மா பார்த்தேன் சமாதியில் உட்கார்ந்து ஆத்மா பார்த்தேன்னு சொன்னா அவன் எல்லாம் யோகிஸ்ன்னு அர்த்தம். அது ஆத்மா இல்லை, இங்க வெளியில பார்க்கறதே ஆத்மா இல்லை. பட் தென் வாட் இஸ் ஆத்மான்னா, who recognize himself or herself as Atma, they are Vedantins. We are scientists or yogis or Vedantins. We are not scientists, we are not yogis, we are Vedantins. Because we don't want to see Atma outside or inside. Why? You cannot see Atma. Why? You cannot see yourself. Why? Because you are the Atma. Who you means what? Not body, mind. Other than body, mind. Okay? Therefore, adrishtam, beyond perception. Avyavaharyam, beyond transaction. Means it cannot be objectified. Aprameyam anartham. Why anna? Swaprakasham. Aprameya swaprakasha. Manovacha magochara. எத்தனை வருஷமா படிச்சுருக்கீள்? இப்ப புரியுறத? That Lalita Devi is none other than Aprameyan. You cannot see her with your eyes, her real nature. Like an object, you cannot see Lalita. I have seen Lalita Ambalanna. You have seen Lalita's Maya nature, lower nature, not absolute nature. Why? That absolute nature is Atma Swarupam. That Atma Swarupam, your Swarupam, Atma is one and the same. Therefore, you cannot see. Why? Na swaprakasham. Self-evident. Mano vachama agochara. Manasukku ettaadade, vaakukku ettaadade. So, அந்த லலிதா சஹஸ்ரநாமம் இங்க கல்மினேட் ஆகணும் இல்லையா? அப்பதான் லலிதா சஹஸ்ரநாமுடைய பிரயோஜனம். ஓகே, அவ்யவஹாரியம். தென் அக்ராஹ்யம், beyond sarva karma indriya gocharam. You cannot grasp with your hand, you cannot grasp. Agrahyam, sarva karma indriya agocharam anartham. Alakshanam, beyond inference. Lakshanam means data, perception, data. If you put inference, you can do, anumanam you can do, but this Turiya Atma is not available even for inference. That's why this is called Pada. Why they called Pada? In karma, karana vitpatti, padyate anena iti padaha. Vishwaha pradhama padaha, dvitiya pada, tritiya pada means padyate iti padaha. Like steps, 3-runged ladder madri. Steps are there, 3 steps, 3 stepping stones to go to Turiya Pada, by which you reach to the Turiya Atma, Vishwa Taijasa Pragna. Therefore, they are called Pada. Padyate anena iti padaha, pad dhatu. That's why our feet also called Pada, because they are called instruments for you, by which legs, feet you reach to a place. Your car is also called Pada. Your scooty is also called Pada, because by which you are reaching your destination. It is an instrument to you. Similarly, this is called Karana Vyutpatti, Tritiya Vibhakti. That means Padyate anena iti padaha. Karma Vyutpatti, if you take, that which you reach, destination. That is Turiya Atma, Chatushpat is Padyate iti padaha, karma vyutpatti. That which you reach by Vishwataijasa Prajna, known, Jagrat Swapna Sushupti, you know. By knowing what is that I am Jagrat, waker, dreamer, sleeper, known to unknown. Padyate iti padaha. That destination you reach through which stepping steps. These are stepping stones. Stepping stones. These stepping stones are helping you to reach that destination. That is why it is called Chatushpad. Turiya Padaha. இந்த துரியமுக்கு 4 விதமா சொல்லலாம். துரியம்னா துரியஹா, 4th one அர்த்தம். ஆர் சதுர்த்தஹா, 4th one. 1 1 இல்லை, 4வது அர்த்தம். 4th one. கிராமர் சொல்லணுமா, லாங்குவேஜ் சொல்லணுமா, வேதாந்தமும் சொல்லணுமா? ஓகே, 4th one 4வது. அப்புறம் சதுர்த்தஹா ஓர் துரியஹா, துரியஹா 4th one. சதுரியம், இந்த 4 சதுரியம்னு சொன்னாலும், சதுர்த்தன்னு சொன்னாலும், துரியன்னு சொன்னாலும், துரியம்னு சொன்னாலும் 4வது சதுஷ்பாத்னு அர்த்தம். Here there is a problem. People see, waker is Prathama Pada, dreamer is Dvitiya Pada, sleeper is Tritiya Pada. Therefore, Samadhi Avastha is Jagrata Avastha, no? Swapna Avastha, Sushupti Avastha. Therefore, 4th ki enna avastha na Samadhi Avastha, they say. Turiya Atma therinjikanamanna, you have to go to Samadhi Avastha. There is a big confusion in the people. Samadhi Avastha ku ponada Turiya Atma theriyum. So Samadhi Avastha is a state where you can understand, get the knowledge of Turiya Atma. Totally wrong concept. Vedanta never accepts. Why? That I'll explain you in the next class. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.